Let me tell you all about my best friend, my best friend. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Generational Wrestling Podcast. As always, yours truly, the 28-year-old piece of gold, the franchise, aka the showstopper, better known as the GOW's resident tribal chief. And with me, as always, I got my tag team partner, my brother, my family. He is the flyest in the room, Mr. 1, 2, 3. Pin that ass down, K Breezy, aka EC's resident Isaac Hayes King, too cold in a building. Bro, what's good?
Man, yo, what's going on, man? What it do, GOW, man? You know we're back in the building, do what we do best. Bro, what's good, man? What's popping?
Hey man, had a nice little day off. I know you had a day off. I had a chance to kind of sleep in and catch up on some much needed rest. I had to let
Man,
my body
oh my
heal.
God.
You,
I actually got to
I've
sleep in
been
and I
in the
had to get
gym
up
trying
for
to get.
work.
Hey man, you know what? No. Sometimes a 9 to 5 is a depressing place.
It's not even depressing play. And what made it even sweeter was that the school, my daughter had to go to school this morning.
Yeah.
Was locked up because of the weather. So it was like, all right, well, I ain't got to go to work. I ain't got to take her to school. Man, I don't think I got up to like 9:30, 10 o'clock, something like that. Like I woke up, but it was like my body was like, nah, you can lay back down for another hour. All right, cool. And I laid back down for another hour. Man, it felt great. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie,
Well, you
man.
know,
But
Well, you know how it was with me because I know yesterday when we got off the air, we was kind of talking like, all right, man, we're gonna see about 10 o'clock, 10:30, bro. You hit me up at 11, I was still asleep. I'm like, oh shit, my bad, bro.
right, man, it ain't true. It wasn't even my man. Look, when I saw you didn't hit me up, I'm like, well, he probably like me, probably slept in a little bit. Ain't nothing wrong with that shit. Hell, all right, let's get that in. And so, figure we'll get to it, and here we are. We getting to it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Leo,
Leo, what's good, big dog? He said, what's good, y'all? I'm here opening up some WWE card packs I just got at Target. Hey, man, hey, that's what's happening, man. Let us know who you got in that thing. But, hey, man,
for
we ain't got
sure.
a whole lot of time today, so we want to try to get through as much as we can and still give it the proper due. But anyway, man, so some of the highlights of Monday Night Raw. So last night, man, to start off the show, we got that boy, Bobby Lashley. And then, of course, the beast incarnate himself, the heavyweight champion of the world, Brock Lesnar. Now, bro, I never thought we'd get to a point, and I don't know what timeline we in right now, but I never thought I would look forward to see what outfit Brock Lesnar's going to wear next. My boy, man, he said, he coming out on this Cowboy GQ shit. Anywho, that doesn't matter. Brock Lesnar is doing what Brock Lesnar does, and that's being himself, being a fucking badass. But once again, you could tell, much like Randy Orton, Brock Lesnar is enjoying this run. Bro, when was the last time we seen Brock Lesnar on TV this many weeks on the road? That wasn't a pay-per-view.
Yeah, that's true.
And then, of course, we had the weigh-in yesterday. Too cold, man. Okay, we get the weigh-in. It's official like a referee whistle. Bobby Lashley, Brock Lesnar, WWE, Royal Rumble. Man, how excited are you to see this match? Or do you think it's going to be a Goldberg situation?
Hmm. I don't know, man. I don't know what to expect from this match. The more I think
Yeah.
about it, the closer we get to it, I'm not sure what to expect. We can get a 5 minute outing real quick, but I don't want a squash match, but I want to see these two kind of just go at each other for about 10 minutes. I wouldn't
Yeah.
mind 10, 15 minutes. I think they can do enough within that time frame. Um, but yeah, your Brock is wilding out, man. He's enjoying himself. The one
Yeah.
thing I will say that I'm a bit disappointed that we didn't get was our MVP and Paul Heyman kind of face
Back
off.
and
I
forth.
was kind of
Yeah.
yeah, I was kind of waiting for that, and we haven't gotten that, man. That's the one thing I was waiting for. Like they do that, this will really be something, man. Each guy putting over the other guy. Like man, I would love to see that back and forth, but it is what it is, but the way in, it's the contract signing of them making the match official. But uh, I'm excited to see Brock and Bobby Lashley, but I don't know what to expect from this match. I don't know what this match is going to bring. That's really going to is it going to be ba 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 ba, or is it going to be a little bit drawn out, or will it be a disqualification? Will something stupid happen? We what will happen. But I want to see. I hope it's a proper match. If anything, I hope it's a proper match. and the thinking is that Brock will win, but I'm hoping Bobby won't look weak in this match. Like Bobby Lashley's been politicking
Yeah. Oh
for
yeah.
Bob for Brock Lesnar. So it's like, bruh, you got to bring it, man. You got to show him you ain't no Brock Lesnar wannabe. You Bobby
Yeah.
Lashley. You a beast in your own right.
And so I agree with you. And I kind of want to play like devil's advocate. I want to kind of flip both sides of the coin. So I'm nervous because I'm scared that maybe, if this match was 5, 6, 7 years ago, I would have had a better feeling about it. Also, ever since Brock Lesnar has come back to WWE in 2012, after his whole UFC run, his style has completely changed. So Brock is more of a suplex city, ground and pound, suplex city, ground and pound. Now, Bobby Lashley, here's the thing with Bobby Lashley, where I kind of feel like, okay, this match may not be so bad because Bobby Lashley also has an MMA background, right? So I feel like Bobby Lashley can legitimately go in there and give Brock what he's looking for. See, Brock 9 times out of 10, when Brock's in the match, he brings that legitimacy because he's a quote unquote real fighter. Well, in this match, Brock Lesnar isn't facing another sports entertainer. You're also fighting a quote unquote UFC MMA legit fighter. So I think if that's what Brock
Bellator,
wanted
yeah.
to take, I think if that's what Brock wanted to take it, if you want to make it less about the wrestling per se and more of a fight or a brawl, I think Bobby Lashley is the right guy for it. Now, like you said, I think Brock's gonna come out on top, but I just think as long as Bobby Lashley doesn't look weak, that's my only thing. If Lashley can look like a legit threat, which he is, I think I'll be fine with Lashley losing. But the question is, where does Lashley go from here? Because we know the end game is Roman and Brock, supposedly. So where does Lashley go, hypothetically, if he does lose?
Elimination Chamber. He'll be a part of Elimination Chamber.
Okay.
Because
Okay. I didn't
they're
think about
still
that.
yeah, you can't forget Elimination Chamber because they're it's going to be either a title match or a number one contendership match. And I'm pretty sure he'll be in it. So that'll be the next setup. Um, man, yo,
Joe says he expects shenanigans.
of course, it's WWE. You always got to expect some shenanigans from WWE. So, um, but I just don't want Bobby to look weak. I want Bobby to like. Don't get me wrong. Like you say, they have MMA background, but they have collegiate background too. And Bobby
Yeah.
Lashley's been showing that he's a beast too. And I feel like some of that stuff that Brock thinks he'll get off, I think Bobby can counteract and
Mm.
and hit him right back. And that's what I kind of want to see. Like I said, if they go about 5 to 10 minutes, I don't think that'd be bad. I don't give
So
me a
so you
two
so you
minute.
wouldn't be so you wouldn't be mad at a quick match.
I wouldn't be mad at a quick match if it's 5 to 10 minutes. If it's 5 to 10 minutes, cool, because you at least letting them get off their strong stuff. Each guy's gonna beat up the other guy, and it's just
Right.
gonna come down to who get the last move. And so that's fine. I don't expect for them to put on a wrestling clinic. Come on now, it's Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar. These are two dudes that are about 40 something years old. I don't expect a wrestling clinic, but I expect uh I want to see I just want to see that respect for Bob.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
that's just what I want to see. I want to see that respect for him, man, because we know what he could do. People have been politicking it when he came back and he fought Roman Reigns and he beat Roman Reigns, and then they had him lose to Roman Reigns, and then they didn't really do much with him. And a lot of people were asking, why aren't you pushing Bobby Lashley more?
Mm-hmm.
And like for me, Bobby Lashley should be a multi-time WWE champion. Since
Oh, yeah,
being back in WWE, he
easily.
should be a multi-time WWE champion. Uh,
Yeah.
so especially when you're trying to push his type of character. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like, dude, he's the big, he's strong, he powerhouse. It's like that, Vince, you love that. So it's like, why was he not a part of the mix when you were doing the Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, John Cena, and all of them? Like that would have
Right.
been a
Right.
nice piece into that mix of something different that you were doing, and you got the Kevin Owens and stuff. Yeah, that would have been really great. But now we're finally getting it, and I hope they do it justice. I'm really putting a lot of faith and confidence in WWE, which I know better to not do when
Yeah,
it, you
yeah.
know. So it's like I know not to do it, but
It's
I
that
really
falling in
want to
love
see
with
this
getting that.
match.
You know,
Right, man. It's like, oh man.
it's that Stockholm syndrome. It's like you know you don't deserve this type of treatment, but you know what? You just hoping, man. You're hoping. But
Right, yeah,
but yeah, I
yeah.
agree with you. Like you said, man, just don't make our boy Bobby look bad. All right, man. So next up, we get Bianca Belair. She defeats Queen Zelina. Then we get a U.S. title match, man. We get Priest versus Owens. Priest gets DQ, so Owens technically wins, but Priest ends up holding on to the title. Really quick, too, Cole. Okay, 2 wins in a row for KO. I am not okay. Not to nitpick, but I got to be honest. I don't like the direction they're going with Priest right now. I understand he's supposed to be like this half angel, half psychotic dude, whatever, yada yada yada.
No,
But it's like, okay,
no. I
this guy went from not losing at all to now all of a sudden like he's got to lose, but you're trying to do it in a way to where he doesn't look weak. But I think knowing WWE, you're going to get too repetitive with this. Do we see Damian Priest either having a heel turn, or do we see them setting him up to possibly lose the championship?
well, the reason why it's okay is because it's with Kevin Owens.
Okay.
That's the reason why it's okay. Now, yeah, the whole demon thing, I'm totally with you again on that. I said that in the last show we did, man. That I hate this new, the way WWE changes up these guys that we know them to be one thing, and why can't
Right.
we just see that one thing continue to be pushed when it's already over, and then they try to change it up. And that's that one thing about Damian Priest, man. It's like, yeah, I understood he used to get that way in NXT, but it wasn't emphasized the way it was. It was different. It was told different. It was displayed different. It was in a way
Right.
that worked with who he was, but he was also a heel character. So it was kind of like him just going a little berserk. But it wasn't him going berserk. It was him going berserk in the match, trying to win, not him going berserk getting disqualified. So there's a difference. And
Yeah.
but the whole angle with Kevin Owens, um, it added the interest. Can Priest really beat Kevin Owens? Because I
Mm,
because I think the thinking is, well, Kevin Owens can beat Priest, but can Priest beat Kevin Owens? Like, especially
that's
this
true.
Kevin Owens, you pretty much sure, yeah, he'll find a way to win, and he'll win, and he can be the new
Mhm.
United States champion. So it's really giving Priest some proper competition, somebody that's legit. Uh, he's lost 2 matches in a row to this guy. He's letting he's letting his anger get the best of him. I'll give it some respect, and I'll look at it for what it is, and then that's what it is. It's just that's what they're trying to say. They're trying to say the demon side of him is getting in the way of his
Right.
success and him winning, and Kevin Owens is taking advantage of it. Which obviously that's what it is. That's where they're going. So they're setting it up for these two to fight for the United States Championship, and they're trying to put a little bit of a build to it. I will give them some credit towards that. It may not look done properly. It may not be, go across, to everyone else, but it, I'm looking past that. I'm looking for what they're trying to do, and I feel that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to say that they're trying to say, that Kevin Owens is getting the best of him, which looks like if Priest doesn't figure it out, he's going to lose his championship. So, and that adds a little bit of intrigue to when they actually have a proper United States championship match, and we see what we'll see. And I feel like it'll be a nice 20-minute match, and they'll do it right, and and you'll get a proper winner.
Really quick, we gonna before we get to the next one. Something that really irritated me. I'm not sure if you saw this or not, but so you had Priest in the back in the backstage segment or whatever. He had Sonya Deville
Mhm.
talking about he needs to respect the referee and he's losing control and he's blah blah blah. I'm looking and I'm like, me and the rest of Twitter like, but ain't you the same person that's abusing your authority going against Naomi? But that's a whole different thing. I'm just like the way WWE just intertwines and just doesn't have cohesive storylines. Sometimes it's really irks my fucking ass. But anywho, all right, so we get a 6-woman tag match. We get Dana Brooke, Liv Morgan, and Rhea Ripley, and they
I'm gonna need you to get some
Carmella
cream for that, bro. I'm gonna need you to go get some cream for that, man. All right, because that seems like a real bad irritation.
Yeah, man. The shit hurts, man. The shit hurts.
Oh man, that's wild.
And we
That's
have
wild.
Ripley picking up the victory for her team via submission. Then we get an RKO team, RK Bro and Alpha Academy spelling bee, which ended up in a match between Randy Orton and Gable. Too cold. Okay, so as
I
corny
told you.
as WWE, as
I
corny as
told you.
WWE could be
I told you.
sometimes,
I
I
told you.
cannot lie. It
I
was
told
the
you.
most cringeworthy yet funniest shit I've
I
ever
told you.
seen. See,
I told you.
the thing
I
in
told
pro
you.
wrestling, sometimes things can be so bad, i.e., the Brandy Rhodes Jade Cargill promo. Sometimes something can be so bad, it is actually great. That's what this segment turned out to be. First of all, Chad Gable absolutely shitting on the state of Ohio was hilarious. Just how narcissistic he has become since he's got his master's degree. But then you got Riddle and you got Orton. You got Riddle spelling calibration, talking about his weed scale and grams. And you got the hard camera panning on Randy. And you can see Randy breaking character, trying not to laugh. He like, dude, what the fuck? Like, all right, bro. Like, I give up. I give up. Too cold. I am convinced. I am 100% convinced. Riddle and Orton can do no wrong. They can do no wrong. I am convinced they can do no wrong. But let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
Do you think, and this could be a stretch, but I got to ask, do you think Riddle and Orton can have that New Day Usos chemistry?
Well, they already got it. They already got it because they're the odd couple. Man, dude, they're the odd couple, man. Flat out, man. You got Riddle being the space out goofball that he is, and then you got Randy Orton, who's this serious, methodical dude, and they're teaming up together, doing shit that they're doing, having and showing how smart they are, and knocking it out the park. But at the same time, I told you this was what was going to happen, and it's going to be good. It's going to be terrible, but it's going to be good. And it's like you know the work Chad had. You understand how Chad has been working and developing himself over these years. So it's like if you've been really watching WWE, which unfortunately some of us have been watching, you've been seeing his development as far as when he goes out there and he talks and he does his promos. And the guy has gotten really, really good. I'm telling you, he is channeling his inner Kurt Angle right now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And he has got a hold on it. And hey, do your thing, dude. And Otis already was kind of already charismatic. So now to have him kind of go in and out of it is like, okay, you know what? I'm not mad, man. At least, okay, I like it. You're having fun. You're having fun. It's stupid. It's stupid, but I can't help but laugh at this stupid. So, and that's exactly what it was. And then the match between was actually a really good match. Again, I got to give props where props are due. They put on a great wrestling match. They actually did good. This was actually fun. I actually watched this. He said if you used to watch Vince put people faces in asses, that is not that bad. You know what? No, that was something else. I mean, hell, it was no worse than Rikishi, but at the same time, it was all bad. It was all bad. But no, this was. It was funny, man. It was right, man. It was. Oh my god, man. Real Regal's had it bad, man. He's had it bad too. So did JR.
Chop them lips up, boy. Get that chapstick ready.
Oh my god, man. But look, man. It was cool. It was goofy. It played on Riddle. I mean, Riddle was really the key to it. He was the whole key to it because he's the one person you like. Oh my God, Riddle's about to have an epic fail, and then he says what he says, and then he just shocks the world, and then it's like, oh shit, this dude's actually really smart. And so it's like a shock. It's like, oh damn, and then he kind of gets.
Did you even see Randy? Randy was like, Oh, okay, yeah.
All right, bro. All right, yeah, okay, Riddle. All right, Riddle. Yeah, and so that was cool, man. And it was, but that shows, them, that chemistry between them two getting big. So I feel like they're already kind of, if this is the direction, they're already there. Now,
Yeah.
how long is it going to be there? We don't know, but eventually, whenever they're ready, I'm telling you, whenever they're ready to turn Riddle, it's going to be Riddle. He's going to turn, and they're going to have a nice little one-on-one match. But for right now, I am
Ooh.
enjoying Rated RK Bro and the Alpha Academy. I right now they, they need to have they need to have another tag team match. It'll be good. Definitely gonna watch it. Because they're all four really good. I mean, don't get me wrong, Otis has come a long way, but I've already liked Riddle. I know what Riddle could bring. Chad Gable, I already know what he can bring. Randy Orton is Randy Orton. So in Otis, he's just bringing the power, but he's gotten better too as he's gotten
Yeah.
along. So no, man, it's watchable, and this was good. And this is I'll give this another bright spot to WWE.
All right, man. So then after this, we get you already said the Orton versus Gable match. Orton ended up picking up the victory. Then we get a Styles versus Theory match, man, which was actually another really,
A really
really,
good match.
really good
Another
match. First of all, let me say how great it is to see the phenomenal AJ Styles back in singles competition. For real, for real. Then we got that boy Austin Theory going up against one of the best, like he said, a Grand Slam champion, future first ballot Hall of Famer. Bro, this was good. Even though Styles picked up the victory, it went how I think it should have went. Too cold. Styles, Theory, thoughts.
um again, I this is probably I think this is the last great thing I'm going to say about Raw. this was this was one, they gave this match time. Two, we're seeing what we've been saying about Theory all along. And
Mm-hmm.
when we get to our predictions, I'll tell you
Yeah.
what I think about Theory. Um but as far as the match was good. Styles, I man, phenomenal as always. Um, and Theory is that next guy that's ready to he's ready for the main roster. This is where he needs to be. This is what he needs to be doing, putting on those matches, getting himself over. Uh, him being the younger guy of just generation with the selfies and all that stuff, that's getting him over. And then his work in the ring is getting him over too. So, hey, man, look, keep doing what you're doing. Uh, I got no problem with it. Again, got to give another positive to WWE for what they did with this. This was good. And I didn't have a problem with Styles winning because he made Theory look good. Theory looked credible. Like he could have won, but Styles, being the veteran that he is, got the one ups, but that's okay because they'll have another proper, rebuild. The difference between this and Finn Balor is that AJ Styles still has credibility, where Finn
Yeah.
Balor's credibility has been tainted because of
Yeah.
their lack of properly building him and giving him that credibility. Where Styles, don't get me wrong, man, it's like they're not too far off from each other, big from each other. So I don't understand if Styles has been the champion that he has been, why Finn Balor has not been more of a champion that he should have been.
Yeah.
But that's the only difference between this. Like, it's not to say that Theory and Finn Balor didn't put on at least a couple of good matches because they actually did. It's just they were building a story to make Finn look really weak against Theory, and that was the
Right,
really
right.
bad part. And I hope they don't do that with Styles, but I expect Theory to beat Styles in the next match, and to get that one back. But no, do it the proper way, man, and that's fine.
All right, bro. So what we are about to do, I'm about to just knock out these last two because I got some other stuff I want to talk to you about. So we got the Mysterios and the Street Profits. Mysterios
Uh,
won. Montez Ford had a mean dive to the outside, hell of a spot. Then, of course, we ended the night with Edge and Beth Phoenix interrupting the Marisa celebration. Now that we got that out the way, yay. All right, Too Cold. Two things I want to talk to you about. I want to talk to you about what's up. Talk to me.
I will say this, man. Um, the little stuff that the Mysterios that was the only that felt to me that felt like the only Royal Rumble reference to anything about. Now, mind you, this is the Monday Night Raw to Royal Rumble. This is the go home show.
Yeah.
This was about the only reference I felt to the Royal Rumble outside of them talking about the Dewdrop and Becky Lynch, and then of course the Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley from earlier. Like
Right.
nothing else really felt like hyping up the Royal Rumble, even though they probably did. But it's like this was it. You had tag teams throwing each other out and
Yeah.
looking at each other like, you got me, you got me, and then the Dirty
Bro, you,
Dogs
you
do
said
it.
but you said this 1,000 times over, and I sent you a text message yesterday. It was
Yeah.
like somebody said this, and I agree. This is the most I don't know Royal Rumble in the history of Royal Rumbles because you
I
really
don't know.
don't you really don't know. You really truly don't fucking know. And every time they show the graphic of the men's and women's side of the Royal Rumble, I'm half tempted to skip the men's and just watch the women's, and then just figure out on fucking Bleacher Report or Sean Ross app what the hell happened with the men's. Now, I'm gonna watch it, but just because of GP. But it's like, dude, I'm not to shit on anybody, but I'm not interested in Madcap Moss. I'm not interested in Dominic Mysterio. I'm not like as the main focal point of this match. Now, I understand you're gonna have some surprises and probably some legends and all that, but for who you have right now, dude, like you said, nobody in the men's Royal Rumble match right now that hasn't already won the championship looks like a legit threat. And that's because you got rid of so many fucking people. So, like you said, the Royal Rumble match and what it is has been relegated or delegated to fucking tag teams throwing each other out.
Which is really mostly going to be. Uh, so from my understanding, there's about 7 to 8 spots left for the
For the
Rumble,
men?
for the men's Rumble. So
Okay.
I don't know. We'll see who they pick. I can see it being a lot of the people that are really on TV now, just to kind of. I mean, it's not. That's a lot of people when you think about it. For both shows, but they'll pick their top 15 out of each, or top 10, and then or whatever, and then leave a few spots. They'll pick who they pick, and then they'll leave a few spots open. But man, yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like we just. I don't know. I want to truly be shocked. I want them to do something shocking, but I
Mm-hmm.
feel like they'll waste it with all these spaces. Like you got 8 spots to do something shocking. What will they do shocking? What can they do that will be shocking? I don't know. I don't know. You bringing back people you got rid of just because, for the sake of argument, is not shocking.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sorry, that's not
yeah.
shocking to me. So it's like I'm gonna be honest, man. I need a forbidden door to be broken. That would be the most shocking thing as of right now. WWE
I'm
getting
a
their hands on somebody I did not expect them to get their hands on, and they're showing up.
you, okay. I'm just gonna throw this out there. This ain't gonna be part of my prediction or nothing. But I'm going to say, this is me. I know we talked about it, Roman versus Moose. I'm not even worried about that. I don't even think Moose. No,
No,
I don't think Moose is gonna
no,
win it. But
no. I don't
if we
think he's
do
gonna
a
be in it.
forbidden door, you don't think so?
I mean, he could be, but I doubt it.
Okay,
I doubt it.
let me ask you this: Who on AEW or outside of WWE is big enough in Two Cold's mind to even be worthy of a Royal Rumble spot? Because you can't just throw no Joe Schmo in there just because they from another company.
Well, when you say that, man, you already know who the names are. But the problem is, I don't want to see them show up either. Like them showing up, Jericho or Moxley showing up ain't gonna make a difference either. I don't see. It's gonna have to be somebody you don't expect. Like it's gonna
Can we
have.
see a Jonathan Gresham, considering that he has nothing
It,
to do with
it, it,
AEW and
it
he's a
could be. I
Ring of
mean,
Honor
Ring of
Impact?
Honor. I mean, that would be cool. I mean, somebody like that. That would be cool. But you would hope people. You also want to make sure it's somebody you feel like people would know. Also, like I feel
Yeah,
people do know Jonathan Grisham. I'm not saying people don't know him, but you want to make sure people know who they are, and so when you see
right.
them, they're like, oh, it's a big surprise. Um, man, it would have to be somebody who's never been in WWE. That would be the shocker. Like that would be the shocker. But I don't see that happening. So I see it be,
Yeah.
if anything, it's just being former WWE people, Hall of Famers or former wrestlers that ain't been seen in a while. That's all, man. That's
Too
really
cold.
it. Whoever they could get, whoever they could get.
last thing before we wrap it up, because I got to get you up out of here. Doudrop, Becky Lynch, excitement level on a scale of 1 through 10, man. How much do you really, really care about this match?
I care about the finish.
So you think basically the match is gonna come down to literally the finish?
It's gonna come down to the finish. How's this match gonna finish? How's Becky Lynch gonna get the supposed roll up of death on Doudrop? And it looks
you're not
legit.
manhandling slamming Doudrop.
Yeah. How's it gonna look legit? How are you beating Doudrop gonna look legit? That's all I'm more concerned with that. The match itself has no meaning to me whatsoever. How's that match gonna finish is the key thing.
My man said how the match gonna finish. It ain't how you start, but how you finish. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we are finished. We came to y'all with a shoe from the hip. We gave y'all a solid 30 minutes of some Monday Night Raw, a little bit of Royal Rumble. Tuco, what's going on, boy?
Oh man, so we said we were gonna do the worst to best Royal Rumble. So we're gonna start part 1 tomorrow. We'll probably do like the first 10 or 12. You know, whatever. We'll get it knocked out the park. Get it done by way before by Saturday. Have a little fun with y'all. But other than that, yeah, man, we got to get that done. Then we got to give our predictions on Thursday. We're gonna do our predictions Thursday. Then so make sure to check that out. And then tomorrow, of course, we'll do our NXT. We'll shoot from the head on NXT. Then of course we'll get ready for Dynamite because it's Wednesday. Tomorrow will be Wednesday, and you know what that means. And we'll do our review. Of course, about main event time for that. And then of course we do Friday, and then man, it's Royal Rumble week. It's Royal Rumble week, man. So we gotta do our due diligence, man. So other than that, man, yeah, man, we gonna get out of here. I gotta go pick up baby girl in about 20 minutes. So yeah, man, we appreciate y'all checking us out. Leo, my G, man, always good looking out.
Leo, Joe, Earl the Pearl, everybody, man. Hey, man, you make sure, man, you get baby girl a mandible claw for me because she always picking on me. With that being said,
God damn.
hey, I got some dirty Nike socks right here, brother. You let me know.
Yeah, all right. You better hope she ain't see this.
But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of the Generation Wrestling Podcast. I am the 28-year-old piece of gold. He's too cold. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.